all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
This is the Rams' Todd Gurley, his third Pro Bowl in 4 seasons. J.J. Watt of the Texans there on the tech. You look back a few years ago, Charles, when the Pro Bowl did that 3-year experimentation. I know you're a traditionalist. You like AFC versus NFC.
Yes, I do.
But for the games 2014, 15, and 16 players, year 1 it was Jerry Rice, Deion Sanders as captains. Year 2, Michael Irvin and Chris Carter. And then in year 3, Michael Irvin again matching up against Jerry Rice.
And one common denominator, every single one of those guys with a gold jacket, all of them in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So they didn't ask you and I to be the captains and make the picks. And by the way, the playmaker, Michael Irvin, went 2-0. And you know I heard all about that.
To throw is Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas.
Ready, 95-56, check.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more after this. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Breeze now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Come on, man. Let's go. Ready, 95-56, 95-56. I got you, boy. Watch twitch.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And that's picked up by the AFC. And he is going to bring this one back. A fumble return for an AFC touchdown.
We got 6 all day.
The pass receiver turned into a runner.
What a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Now Myers for the extra point. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that? What
maybe
was that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The NFC offense heading back onto the field. Well, we can continue to talk Pro Bowl as we go along, but let's talk a little Super Bowl. Super Bowl 53, 1 week from today over in Atlanta, New England taking on the Rams. Time for your Super Bowl prediction, CD. What do you think?
Well, everyone thinks defense when they think the New England Patriots. But in the time that they've had their head coach and their quarterback, Tom Brady, guess what? They're the #1 offensive team in the NFL. And you know the Rams are high flyers as well. So that tells me that this Super Bowl, low scoring. It's going to be a total anomaly. I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of 13-10 final score.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And that's picked up by the AFC.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Well, he was so good throwing the football on 3rd down during the regular season. Why wouldn't it carry over here to the Pro Bowl?
Sometimes that's just who you are, right? If you're good at something during the, as you said, during the regular season, so what if it's with a bunch of guys you're unfamiliar with? It's 3rd down. He finds a way to convert.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run. Back here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Breeze and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Breeze going to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. It's a big play that time for the NFC. And even 60 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Breeze. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Good coverage there by the AFC defense. It's 4th down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they're like they forced a field goal attempt.
And Rosas puts this one through. And that will cut the lead down to 13.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
And he'll get this back to just the 20 with a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. He was brought down by the Bears safety, Eddie Jackson. When you think about the history of this Pro Bowl game, there was an all-star game going all the way back to 1939, but it officially became called the Pro Bowl in, I think, 1951.
You're exactly right. And that game was played out in L.A. in the same stadium where the L.A. Rams currently play. And back then they split it into conferences, the American Conference versus the National Conference. The American Conference won 28-27. MVP of the game, quarterback Otto Graham, nickname Automatic.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A toss play, Gordon. And now they're going to scrimmage. Kyle Fuller of the Bears up to make the tackle.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Now Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. It's the AFC with the football and the lead as we begin quarter number 4. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Mahomes in the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Now Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack. And that will force a turnover on downs. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
But some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. Breeze now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Myles Garrett. Picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Let him know.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Breeze to throw. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And that's picked up. And it's a fumble. And I think the AFC came up with that. They did. AFC football. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And that one results in 35 yards. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he finds his Chiefs teammate, Travis Kelce. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Give him 30 yards there. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Mike, yellow.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with 2 guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. 95-56. Get the ball.
Breeze now on first down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Breeze now. Throw left side on target to Thielen. Now the NFC going to take a timeout. Their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Ready. Yellow lady. Check back.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And that's picked up by the AFC. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milkbone? Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1. We want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to cloud them a little bit.
To throw, it's Breeze. And he will find his Saints teammate Michael Thomas complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now the NFC going to use their 3rd and final time. As they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Ready. 5-8. Kill. Check tight.
Now Breeze. He's going to let it fly. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes going deep for Hopkins. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory? Aldrich Rosas and the Giants putting toe to leather, and we are underway in the 2019 Pro Bowl. This fielded at the 2. Oh, he bowls over him. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Gets it to Gordon. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A first-time Pro Bowler. Here's James Conner. Backed up to the 24. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be third down. On third down, it's Conner. Give him a couple on the run as it brings. Up the fourth down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
Shedding the tackle and spins away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the NFC will take over first and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. We mentioned the history of this game, the Pro Bowl. Of course, for many folks our age, the Pro Bowl always meant a trip to Hawaii. You know, they held it there from 80 till 09, and again for a handful of years in this decade before the last 3 being here in Orlando.
And there's something to be said, no doubt about it, for getting to go to Hawaii. Imagine being named a Pro Bowler and going home and telling your family, we're headed to Hawaii for a vacation. But think about going to Orlando, especially if you've got kids. All the theme parks, all the great things to do, plus not nearly as long a flight no matter where you come from in the United States. I think it's a big deal and a good thing to have it here in Orlando.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Wilson.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Landry, the intended target, and it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. That second down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. On third down, Conner And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Now the New York Giants star playing in the Pro Bowl as a rookie, Saquon Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he'll find Thielen on the right side. 1:59 to go in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And some room to work. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
Well, in my time in football, I've yet to see a playbook that draws up offensive plays designed to lose yardage. A running play loses yardage on 1st down. They try and throw it, take a sack on 2nd down. What can the offensive coordinator come up with here on 3rd down?
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that.
And he will carry this one in. Touchdown NFC. Punching it in from a yard away. And the NFC has taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, It's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Mahomes going to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing is Mahomes on third. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Mahomes now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. So we've reached halftime of the... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. J.J. Watt of the Texans there on the tackle. Well, we've talked about this game being hosted here in Orlando, and you and I are quite familiar with this place, especially you. You live, what, 20, 25 minutes from here?
Yeah, not bad at all, right? An easy trip to come right to the studios here in Orlando. You, of course, have to give a little bit more effort, a quick flight, then you're here, but you've learned this city quite well. And how about it, the Madden Studios right here in Orlando? That's where Coach and the guys hang out as well.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
First thrown out for the backup, Rodgers. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first. Prescott on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll buy some time right. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. It's caught. Jones. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows who the...
And he will carry this one in. Touchdown, NFC. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. Great play. Tackling in the Pro Bowl, Charles, not always the best.
I would say that they're not quite as committed.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. Continuing to fight for more. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, exact same thing.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback.